Let me ask you something. When was the last time you felt a brand? Not just liked a post, not just saved a reel, not just listened to the podcast or shopped from this business, but when is the last time you truly felt like you were a part of the brand experience? The thing is, business owners need to engage with their communities in person, and those who are not are leaving opportunities on the table for their audiences to really connect with them. If you think about it, most of the time when we are involved with brands, we're connecting with other people who have that same affinity for the brand. Let's look at Nike. If you're a sneakerhead, you can completely relate to this because those who know about sneakers, especially Jordans. You know, it's a whole movement. Anytime new shoes, new versions come out, there's people that gather around. There's even a conference called SneakerCon where people come in, buy and trade, and just do all types of connecting based off of sneakers. They also allow communities to engage because they have a Nike Run Club and they have other ways where the community members can just come together. Now, if you think about it, if I like Nike and you like Nike and we both are connecting on this, think about how much we're continuing to support this brand just based off the premise of that connect. So when you're a business owner, you have to think about it like that as well. What are you doing to create engagement where it's not just about the product or the service that you offer, but it's also about how do you get your community members to love what you are presenting in front of them enough where they're creating and generating their own stories, they're creating their own connections, and they're creating their own opportunity to really engage and continue to support you. Premium brands do it all the time, and I think there's a missing opportunity for you and your small business to replicate the same behavior. Now, Earn Your Leisure is a financial literacy podcast. Now, they started off as a podcast, but then they started taking one of their premium shows, Market Mondays, on the road. When they took it on the road, that means they had opportunities for you to buy tickets, engage with them, get to see them in person, and even in some ways have a VIP experience with them. How many people started supporting them more once they had access to them? How many people really understood how valid they were and legit they were because they saw them in a tangible way? Because let's face it, in a world of people popping up with businesses, a lot of times you need that extra validation or want that extra validation to know they're the real deal. And not only did they do Market Mondays as a tour, they created InvestFest, a huge 40,000 attendee based financial conference. And I've attended pretty much every year, so I can tell you firsthand, engaging in person has built their community. Engaging in person has built their business. And when you think about it, most of the people that are supporting them have attended at least one of their in-person experiences. And that is not something you should sleep on. Now, let's talk about other ways this can happen. You could have a meetup, you could do a tour, or you could set up some type of learning event where they can actually learn from you in person. Therefore, the information that you're teaching and coaching and training on is a twofold win because you're not only able to get them in the room to be engaged about what you sell or provide, they are also able to build relationships. If you truly love your community like you think you do, you need to make sure your 2026 plan for this year includes some type of in-person engagement opportunities with your people. What makes your interaction and experience different for all these people who have access to tons of coaches, tons of business owners? What sets you apart? Having an in-person opportunity is one of those things. My ask, if you have been touched by this message, if you have heard anything that resonates with you and you're like, I really do need to get something on my calendar to figure out a way to bring my community together to make sure they're not just experiencing me in a virtual space, but they not only get to experience me in person, but also each other. Because if they experience each other and if they love the interactions that they get from being in the room together, they're going to continue to support your business for a long time.